this law concerns BMP code 7068 and 7068.1. And this is the duties of a qualifying person. And this is important because what I'm seeing is getting companies, construction companies that don't have a bona fide or actively engaged RMO or RME and or their qualifier is not supervising and controlling the project properly. So the bona fide employee, what does that mean? That means an employee who is permanently employed by the applicant. So he or she can't be part-time. It can't be someone that's just on a seasonal basis. It's got to be permanently employed, receiving a paycheck at least every 2 weeks. Actively engaged means working 32 hours per week or 80% of the total hours per week that the applicant's business is in operation, whichever is less. So your RME has to be bona fide and actively engaged with the corporation. The RMO and RME must exercise supervision and control over the construction, your construction company. Well, what does that mean? Well, they have to supervise the jobs. They have to review contracts and subcontracts, hire subcontractors, review plans, make sure that the work is in compliance, correspond with clients, health and safety compliance. Do you have an IIPP program? These kinds of things. And these are the types of issues that under audit, the CSOB will look at to see whether or not, the person is truly supervising and controlling the projects. Because if they're not, that could lead to an argument that the corporation is not licensed. If it's not licensed, then you get into disgorgement and real serious problems. In fact, we have a case on this later on. So this is an extremely important issue. You got to make sure that whoever your qualifier is supervising and control the projects. And this law also authorizes the CSOB to require a duty statement from the contractor, basically saying, look, you have to describe what your qualifier is doing, what the scope of their engagement is, and their duties and responsibilities, signed under penalty of perjury, and failure to provide that can lead to discipline as well, because they're really cracking down on this now. Because there's too many, like I said, there's too many businesses that are simply not complying with, they take their qualifier's license and they're not supervising and control the project, which also leads to construction defect issues, which I'm seeing quite a bit of as well, because the jobs simply are not managed properly. So the takeaway here, what are your qualifiers doing? Do they meet these definitions, whether an RMO or RME? And if you are audited by the CSOB, would you pass?